going on YouTube? It's Quantum Cat here again, and we have made it to 110. Yay! I'm trying to clap into the mic because I don't have sound effects. Anyways, look how serious my guy looks. He looks like a painter. Look at that, and it's got some devil wings on the back. That's so cool. I like this new outfit. It was only like $5. Anyways, let's do the story, shall we? Should be close to getting what's called done. Ah, Quantum, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. So she's just gonna wait there? She's just gonna wait there until I leave? Brother, you wanted to meet me somewhere. Oh, the Diamond Forge is over here somewhere. Oh, this is the Diamond Forge. Waiting. I'm sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need you to stand perfectly still for a few moments. Right. Everyone, ready to go to work? What's happening? No squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. Hee 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 hee. What does she do? Or what do they do? There, all finished. The warrior of light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Oh, they're getting my measurements? You guys getting me a new suit? Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Quantum. All in good time. It's like she answered me. Like, directly. Aha! Found you. Alphanod wants to meet everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on. We have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting. Everyone but Manfilia still.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
Oh, it's voice.
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the warriors of darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Lim-Salaminsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Okay. I went online. Oh, I'm going back to the Foundation. I went online to see how many quests I have left, and I think I have about 8 quests left in Heaven's Ward. Yay! There's a reason this was my least favorite expansion. Which is weird, because a lot of people say they like this expansion. It's just, it's too long. Like, the other expansions aren't as long as these. And I'm not going to do a dungeon, because there's a dungeon that I'll eventually have to do. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? I see. Wait here. I will summon Sir Emmerich. Oh. It's good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamahigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will still need to consult my counterpart in the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whomever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Handelope that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Quantum, pray accompany Lucia to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. How much gil do I have? 100k? Didn't I just spend a lot of gil? Not really. Almost got 400,000 again. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Yeah, I could go here and fly, but this is way easier. Yeah, here. And then go out this way to the Gates of Judgment. Boom. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Return to the Gates of Judgment. Wait at the gate of judgment. Gates of Judgment. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not, I concede, that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperation. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience, and still further by making a brief stop at Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Where are we going? Camp Dragonhead? I could teleport there, but I'm just gonna fly over there. I like this music that plays. Since I'm using this mount, that's why I'm like, should I become an astrologian again? Oh wait, where am I going? The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Quantum? You may see a familiar face. Alright. What does he mean by that? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's a Madeline. And the other guy. Quantum, old boy. How wonderful to see you. And Sir Amaric, too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? Honor it, yeah. I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once. If you will excuse... Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honor it. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Garl. To an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. So why did we stop here? Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Oh, Hari Shafant. Yet, we can but play the hand we're dealt, and with a little help from the veterans, and honor its ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. Oh, we're going to New Gridania. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I'm as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. Alright, hold on a second. Alright, sorry about that. Someone was at the door. I had to do some real life stuff in the middle of recording. But that's how genuine I am, or authentic. Oh, let's talk to Amory. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that. We are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Why is that guy so far away? That's our escort? Why is he so far away? One more night in Amdapor. Let me go grab that real quick before we go into the Lotus Stand. What is it? Probably Amdapor Keep Hard mode. Not the Guild Master. Oh yeah, it is the Guild Master. This is just a blue quest. Alright. Now we got the quest. We'll do that later. Now we want to go to Nofika's altar to get into the Lotus Stand. It's probably a voice cutscene. The envoy from Ishgard has arrived? Very good. This way, if you please. Ah, and the Leminzen party as well. Hey, it's Yugiri. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Amory. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Quantum, I trust you are well? 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort? Master Quantum, I was glad to hear that from Rial that the missing Scions have now been found. There is much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? Let's see if it's voice.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force, and the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Okay, now we speak with Alphanod. And this one's probably not voice. Oh. That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Aymeric. Sir Aymeric. Master Alphanod, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alice, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Quantum for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Yagiri, what is she doing? She's over there standing by a tree. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join in the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yagiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard's support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Aymeric. But the enemy is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. I must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adults speak, dear sister. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, Yagiri? Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I am curious to know how Papalymo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Baelsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. Why does everybody walk so slow? Alright. Let's go to Camp Tranquil real quick before we go back to Ishgard. Oh, went through the wall, or I went through, what? It's like I went through the rock. Ah, the intrepid adventurer who braved the darkness of the lost city. To no other would I entrust this task. Lest you wonder, I do not doubt your success in expunging the darkness which took root in the ruins before. The heart of that evil was excised without question, but it would seem that some other power lay dormant beneath the stones all the while, its presence invisible to our senses. Plainly, however, that power is now very much awake. The elementals' panic attests to that. Quieting them will be no small task. While my fellows and I endeavor to persuade the elementals to join us, I would have you venture into the city once more, find the source of this new disturbance, and do what must be done. The wood ailer Alfine yet stands guard at the gate. I dare say he has not forgotten you. Ask, and he will let you pass. Ask, and I'll let you pass. Is this going to be Amdapor Keep Hard? I thought I already had Amdapor Keep Hard. Oh yeah, why was I reading that? It's a blue quest. Alright. Let's go back to Revenant's Toll. I'll do Amdapor Keep, or Amdapor Hard later. Where? Oh, this guy is Rathalos. I want Rathalos. Welcome back, Quantum. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. I didn't even realize I was standing that close to her. The rising stones, the rising stones, the rising stones, the rising stones. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what of Alphanod? Did some other matter require his attention? There's my boy. Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting for over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Krill, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Jataru's keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change to her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision? Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there were some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Baelsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Ala Mahigo. Which may equally serve as a way in? Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want. I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste that opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Krill and I will detect our energies elsewhere. What of you Leviers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Quantum? Hold on. Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. Wait, am I part of that crew that's doing the infiltration too? Let's see. If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray tend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Baelsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Hawthorne hut. Hawthorne hut. We're going to the Hawthorne hut. Oh, it's here. Oh, it's off and on. Hey, buddy. Ah, Quantum, there you are. Come. Amari's size spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say, 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphanod. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So, which is it to be? 'Twould be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo, I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I'll leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Ah, some things will never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Nine Ivies. Serpent Scout. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officers? You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Gotcha. Good talking to you. Oh, it's what's her name? Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. It's Pippin and the other girl, Hilda. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the grand melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in a common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Uh-oh. How quiet? That's kind of loud. Report. What? Seven hells. Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the enemies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Ala Mahigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Quantum, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the two of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask you that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for the Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Uh-oh. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Ala Mahigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Ala Mahigo will be free, no matter the cost. Alphanod, what's the plan? From what Papalymo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make strayways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall, knowing that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way, but the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Gotcha. Once we are free of the puppets, we will make for your position with all due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Alright, let's go. What are we waiting for? Belsar's Wall, now accessible. Well, that's gonna have to be next time. Oh. Yeah, I can use NPCs if I wanted to. Get some scions. But that's gonna be it for this episode. This is episode 110. Thank you guys all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your favorite part. Tell me if you've been enjoying the story. Do you like that I'm sticking with Pictomancer? Or should I go back to like Sage or even Tank? I haven't tanked in forever. And I could easily do these. But if anything, I'll probably do these off, like outside of recordings. Just so I can get the MSQ moving a little bit further. Anyways, looks like I'm getting bored. See you guys in the next episode. Oops, I pressed the wrong button.